Have you ever wanted a fast pass through airport security just like you can at an amusement park like Disney? Well, that is exactly what TSA PreCheck and Global Entry give you when you enroll in either of these programs. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the differences between the two programs, their benefits, and how you can apply for them. Hi, my name is Ben. I'm the owner of Ben Tennis Dream Vacations Travel Agency, and on this channel, I create travel resource and information videos just like this one to help you plan for your next vacation. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So what is TSA PreCheck and Global Entry, and what is the difference between the two? TSA PreCheck and Global Entry are what's known as Trusted Traveler Programs. TSA PreCheck is run by the TSA, and when you enroll in their program, you're essentially allowing them to conduct a background check on you so that they can determine whether you can be classified as a low-risk traveler. Once you've been classified as a low-risk traveler, then you can be expedited, or you can think of it as getting a fast pass through airport security. Global Entry, on the other hand, is a Customs and Border Protection program that allows you to be expedited through U.S. Customs when you are returning to the U.S. from another country. And the Global Entry program includes TSA PreCheck. So the benefit of getting TSA PreCheck is that when you're going through airport security, you can use the PreCheck line, and unlike the normal security lines, you won't have to take off your shoes, your belt, your laptop can stay in its case, and you won't have to take out any liquids or gels out of your carry-on, which in turn makes for a quicker wait time through security. In fact, the TSA indicated that more than 90% of PreCheck passengers wait less than 5 minutes in line. Now, that stat was taken before the start of the pandemic, just to give you a realistic expectation of how long you can expect to wait in a PreCheck line. The other benefit of getting TSA PreCheck is that if you have kids that are 12 years or younger, they can go through the PreCheck lines with you without having to enroll them to get their own PreCheck clearance. For Global Entry, it comes with all the benefits of TSA PreCheck, plus you can pretty much bypass U.S. Customs when returning from another country. As a Global Entry member, you won't have to fill out any paperwork or wait in long processing lines. Instead, you would just head to a Global Entry kiosk, you'll scan your passport and fingerprints, and fill out a customs declaration. The kiosk will then print a receipt, and you'll just take that receipt to a customs officer who will then clear you through customs. Now, you can still be subject to further examination by a customs officer if he or she chooses to, so it doesn't always mean that you're able to bypass a customs interview when returning to the U.S. I would just like to say that for any potential trusted traveler program like TSA PreCheck and Global Entry, a potential drawback is that you'll be supplying information to the government, including your fingerprints and a photo, and I just want to say that giving up that personal information is an individual decision, and you should definitely weigh that decision before you choose to apply. But if you're ready to move forward and apply for one of these two programs, then here's how to do it. If you want to enroll in TSA PreCheck, the cost is $85. For Global Entry, it's $100, and both programs are good for 5 years. Both require you to visit an enrollment center for fingerprinting and ID, but Global Entry also requires an interview. And just know that there are far fewer enrollment centers for Global Entry as there is for TSA PreCheck. For me, when I got my Global Entry back in 2019, it was a 6-month process. It took 3 months just to get conditionally approved and a 3-month wait just to get the interview. Now, I don't think it's quite that bad, but just know that if you're applying for Global Entry, it could be a long process. If you want to enroll in TSA PreCheck, which does not require a passport to apply, by the way, you'll need to fill out an online application, which I'll link in the video description, pay the $85 fee, and schedule an appointment at one of the enrollment centers. At the appointment, which will only take 10 minutes, you'll undergo a background check and fingerprinting. After the appointment, it may show whether you've been approved within 2 days, and you will receive written notification within 2 to 3 weeks. Your approval will include your known traveler number, or KTN for short, and you can add it to any flight reservation that you have, or you can add it to any airline rewards program that you belong to, and it will automatically add that number to any flight reservation that you book going forward. Just note that just because you have TSA PreCheck, TSA itself does not guarantee that you can always get it, and not every airport and airline participates in the program. If you want to see a full list of which airports and airlines participate in the TSA program, I'll link that in the video description and you can check it out for yourself. If you want to enroll in Global Entry, you'll first need a passport to apply. And if you need to know how to apply for a U.S. passport, I have a video on that. You can just click the link here above, or you can find it in the video description below. Once you have your passport, you'll need to complete a Trusted Traveler account. I'll also link that in the video description. And then once you have that, you can go ahead and complete the online application and submit your $100 membership fee. Next, the Customs and Border Protection Agency will review your application and you will receive notification that you've been conditionally approved, at which time you can go ahead and schedule an interview at a Global Entry Enrollment Center for an interview, or you can also schedule your interview upon arrival to the U.S. from an international flight. So the last thing I'll say about Global Entry is that unlike TSA PreCheck, where if you have kids that are 12 or under, they can go through the PreCheck line with you, that is not the case with Global Entry. Each kid would have to get their own enrollment in the program, so if you're heading on an international trip, you'll want to consider whether or not you want to enroll your kids in the program as well. And that will do it for this video. Hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button and consider subscribing to get more travel-related videos just like this one. And if you want to use my services to help you plan your next vacation, you can contact me at btennis@dreamvacations.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.